I have a question. How are we going to take questions here if we have any? Will they post on the YouTube live comments?
Ma'am, Yugali, anybody will read it for you, Trupti or Atharva, yeah.
For the screen question, how are
Okay,
we going to
fine.
take questions here if we have any? Will they post on the YouTube live comments?
Good evening, respected Kapil Dajni sir. Good morning, Yugali Bafna ma'am.
Yugali, anybody
Today we
will
are very
read it for
delighted to
you,
welcome
Trupti
you all
or
to this special guidance
Atharva.
session
For
led
the
by an
screen
esteemed
question,
mentor,
Okay,
Ms.
fine.
Ms. Yugali Bafna.
questions here
She
if we
holds a
have
master
any.
degree from
Will
the
they post on
prestigious
the
California State
YouTube live
University,
comments?
bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. Today's session is a valuable opportunity for us to gain insights into the world of higher education, particularly focusing on pursuing a master's degree. We are very delighted to have you today with us, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Trupti, for the introduction. And I would especially like to thank Kapil sir for arranging this. And I hope that this session is you get something out of this session by as we end it. And one request to you all, I want it to be very interactive. So please, whenever you have questions, please try to post it, or maybe Atharva and Trupti can just raise their hands or something, just interrupt and we can start then. Okay. Let me start sharing my screen. Right. Okay. So let's begin. So since you've joined, I assume that you are planning to study abroad and pursue your master's degree in whatever field. Um, just to begin with, I will give a little bit of agenda what we are going to cover in today's session. I will start with my introduction and my journey of doing masters and how I started. I am a PCCOE graduate as well from in the on batch 2018. So I'll just start how I started from there and how the college has also been helpful in my journey. The next is exams to prep for masters. Which exams you should give? What is the application process? What are the prerequisites of doing the master's degree? So how starting early, right from your second year or third year, will help you in generating a strong profile for your masters. Later, like what are the internship tips? These tips are not only for students who want to do masters, but also for students who are in India and wish to pursue internships during your degree, like undergrad, like bachelor's degree. Some extra information about the timeline, finance, on campus jobs. I'll just briefly touch how to decide on choosing a university, what should be the timeline, which semester you should be coming in here, and what are the on campus job opportunities in US, and what all you things you need to do when you decide that, okay, you want to come for masters. And then lastly, we will conclude by questions if you have any. Um, to begin with my introduction, I completed my bachelor's degree in 2018 from PCCOE. During the time, like from 2014 to 2015, these 4 years were the building framework kind of years for all of us, right? Right now, you guys are also in college. So during this time, what I would say, obviously enjoy your college life, but apart from that, also try to build, like have good projects on your profile. Try to like work on research study, have good research papers. Try to work on something that will have your name in the end. Like for example, building a website. But that website will be completely built by you, and if anybody can search it on Google, it will be recognized that it is your website and it is built by you. So have some kind of work done that will provide the authenticity that you are the source owner for this work. So research papers, doing projects, or having an Android app or iOS app or a website is very important. So try to do something in the 4 years of your journey, and that is what I did, and it has been helpful. And I'll come in a little while how that those things are being helpful to me. Later, I decided to pursue my master's immediately after I graduated from the college. So I started the application process earlier. And I got an admit from California State University, Fullerton. This university is near Los Angeles, and I decided to pursue computer science course there. As soon as I landed in the country, I started looking for jobs and looking for research assistantship, teaching assistantship, and various other jobs on campus, which you can legally do. So in 1 month or so, I secured a research assistantship position at the university, and this was only on the basis of the research work that I had done during my undergrad. So this was a paid position where I received like approximately $1,200 per month, which is sufficient for you to live here, so you can manage your own expenses in the country, like your food, your grocery, your rent, and all the other expenses as well, and plus save a little bit of more amount which you can contribute, for any for maybe towards your fees as well. In 2019, I during the summer, so there is you have 3 months from May to August where you can do a summer internship. So I did an internship at Delphi Display System as a software developer intern. um, Basically my role there was, since I was the only intern in the office, I kind of worked on like all the computer software engineering fields. Like it was QA, it was development, it was hardware testing as well. So I kind of got a knowledge about okay, what I really want to do. But again, I got like immediately after my internship, I started looking for full time jobs, and I got an offer from Amazon like 6 months before my graduation. So I was going to graduate in May 2020, but I got an offer in 2019, and this was very helpful because 2020 COVID stuck, and like my friends did not get a job for good 1 year after that because there were layoffs happening. So starting early and putting those efforts to get a job early is really helpful when you come for masters. So having this offer saved me uh, from the difficult job search process during the time 2020 and 2021. Later, I joined Amazon 2020 as a software developer. However, my interests are more aligned to doing management kind of studies. So I chose a path where I switched to QA, and I'm currently working. I got promoted last year, so I'm currently working as an L5 in Amazon as a QA, and I look forward to transition to technical program manager soon. In 2020, I also started a mentorship program because my experience during this journey, I felt I should be, helping students like you who have just begun their career in developing their profile and helping them in their career growth in any which way I could. So I started a program called Mentor Masters. This is my journey, and we'll just go ahead with the next agenda now. Uh, till here, do we have any questions? Okay, I don't see any, so we will continue with the exams to prep for. So, first exam, which I know many of you might have heard and are aware about, is the GRE exam. So, the GRE exam is divided into three sessions. The first is the analytical writing session, the verbal reasoning, and the quantitative reasoning. So, each section, the first one will mostly focus on having an essay where you have to write an essay. I know the pattern has changed right now a little bit. You just have to write one essay. It will be either an analyze an issue or analyze an argument. So you just have to write one essay now instead of writing two. Then there's verbal reasoning where there will be English questions like whatever we did during our school until 12th, right? Like answering questions from the paragraphs and maybe finding out the synonyms or antonyms. But the verbal here is very difficult. It is probably those words I don't even use you might have not heard in your entire life, and you might not even use it, but you still have to prepare for that exam. So those words are something that you need to really practice on, and this is the most difficult section of GRE exam. And the third is the quantitative reasoning. These are basically the aptitude questions that you have, and you have they have a proper syllabus on the ETS website if you go, and there you will find like what is the syllabus and what kind of questions come. And there are many online tests also available which you can take before giving the exam. This is about GRE. The next exam that you the next exam that you should be giving is the TOEFL or IELTS or Duolingo. So TOEFL is basically an exam where you test your English speaking, writing, listening, reading skills. So it is so even IELTS is the same. Duolingo has a different pattern where you can download the app and give that. Many universities from I think 2021 up till 2023 accepted Duolingo. Now and from 2024 things might vary due to the changes happening and again things getting back to normal. So TOEFL and IELTS is what I would suggest you guys to give than Duolingo. So this exam will basically test your reading skills. They will probably ask you to read a paragraph, or they will like you will have to listen a paragraph that they will give, and there will be questions based on that. And then there will be speaking skills that you have to test. So they will ask you to speak and maybe speak on a topic or etc, like anything that is covered in the syllabus. And then writing, similar to what we did for GRE where there was AWA session. So this is about the exams that you need to prep for. Now let's start with the application process. After you give the exams, okay, and I would say that so the question will come, right? When do we have to give these exams? So I would say that start preparing for these exams from third year first semester, or third year second semester, and try to give your exam by fourth year mid first semester. So you enter your fourth year in probably June or July, and then you try to finish your exam before September. Because for example, if you're graduating this year, that is May 20, probably next year, like May 2024, you need to start your application process by October 2023. So keep that 8 months of buffer where you need to have everything ready, like your TOEFL and GRE scores, your universities that you're going to apply to, the documents that you need to apply to the university. So you need to keep that 8 months of buffer where you have to apply for universities. And later then you start with receiving the admit and loan process and then applying for visa. So give your exams, start preparing for your exams in third year. By fourth year first semester, give your exams. Once you give the exams, I missed writing a point here, but prepare your documents. So what are these documents? So documents are SOPs, that is the statement of purpose. Basically this is a document which will tell you which should be a journey of how you got into computer science up till now, what have you achieved in that particular field. So it will be an essay describing your achievements, your aim, why you want to do MS, and all of those things. Then there is another document which is called as LOR, that is letter of recommendations, which you will get from your university professors. Like PCCOE professors will help you giving those recommendations. So you would need three letter of recommendations which will help you and which are needed for applying to universities. Then what you do is you select your universities. Once you have these scores for GRE, depending on your GRE and TOEFL scores, you start applying to particular universities where you want to be. A factor to consider when you decide on university is, please check if though that university where you are selecting, whichever you are selecting, is livable. What I mean by livable is, you should have accessibility to, first of all, there should be some kind of Indian crowd near you, because that helps you if you fall sick, or if you want any kind of help, you will have a community near you who will help you. Second is the accessibility from the stores, right? So there are some universities which are in probably in Texas somewhere, and from there you will not in that particular region you will not find any Indian store. So you have to travel like 2 hours just to get the Indian grocery. So being a student, right, we have to learn car there and everything. It is very difficult. So when you select the universities, get into the factor that if it is livable or if everything is accessible in the radius that you can commute to. The third is the application process. So each application, when you apply to, will have a specific fee which they will ask for. So for example, it might vary from probably like 70, $80 to 150 to $200. So you have to pay that fee when you apply for each university. So when you select the universities, you take into consideration 8 universities and then you range them. So maybe you apply four to the easy ones where you are sure that okay, you will get into this universities. Two, you apply to very difficult ones like which are very difficult to get into, and then two, you apply for the medium one where you have 50-50 chances to get into the university. Then there is then after you select and after you apply, you wait for good 2-3 months to receive the admit. So you receive an admit via email, and you get a doc. So once you get the acceptance, you get an I-20 form. So this I-20 is basically the a piece of paper which allows you to enter the country. So depend on the I-20, you will have the amount of your fees and the university details and what term your visa will be from and everything. So this is that will be the admit letter. Once you have that and you know the estimation of how much this university, how much you have to pay and everything, you can apply for loan. There are many such. I did loan from HDFC Credila, but there are many like private banks as well, which do sanction your loan depending on your I-20 amount. After you have everything ready, all the documents are ready, you apply for your visa. So you fill out the DS-160 form, which is the form which will have all the details of like all your personal details. Once you have that, you go to the consulate. I think the nearest for us is Mumbai consulate, and we go there and we would do fingerprints, like fingerprint scanner. They have one appointment for that, and the other one is then an interview where you need your documents like your letters, your graduate certificate, or your financial statements and everything. So just to prove that you can stay in that country. So you need all such kind of documents for applying for your visa. Yeah, once the visa is done, you are all good and all set to come in this country and yeah, progress for in your career. The next is I'm going to touch a little bit upon what is the timeline, right? So there are 2 semesters when you come for masters. One is the fall semester and the other is the spring semester. So fall semester begins in August or September, and spring semester begins in January. So if you want to apply for fall semester, so there is a rule in US that when you enter the country, you cannot do any kind of internship as in work outside the university for first 9 months after you enter the country. So if you come in fall, 9 months kind of get completed in May, and then you get on your CPT where you can start your internship program. So you get 3 months to do your internship in if you get into any internship, any company, you get to do like 3 months of good internship. But if you come in spring semester, that is in January, you miss the 3 months internship period, because in that 3 months the universities are mostly closed because that's the summer time. They might have few universities might have few like lectures which you can opt for, but usually fall and the spring semesters are good to continue your education than doing it in the summer semester, because those courses are like 1 month courses only, and they are pretty fast, and I would not recommend doing like summer courses. So go for like fall and spring semesters. And if you go for fall semester as well, more courses are offered by the university. So in each university, there are particular courses which are, for example, I'm having like database in from August to December. I might not have the same subject starting from January, but fall will offer you like definitely more courses than spring semester. So I would suggest if you want to come for masters, please come in fall semester so that you get like that time frame to apply for universities and you don't waste the 3 months of your time. Just in case you got an admit from any university for the spring semester, you can always buffer your admit for the fall semester. So that also some universities will give you the option of doing. Next is how can you create a strong profile? Now coming a little behind after the application process to what do I have to do masters, right? So when you think about it, right, there are many students who will opt for like, hey, I don't want to do anything, I'll just go apply, get into your university, get a degree, get a job. That's fine. You can still opt for that, but what I would suggest is have good projects because th- there is like hundreds of applications will be there for the same company. If you don't stand out from that crowd, it is really going to be very difficult to get a job in the country. And you need to have those skills, you need to have basic knowledge, you need to like study data structures, seek basics of SQL, basics of programming, any language, maybe it's Java, maybe it's Python, any language, or maybe it's Angular if you are into web. But make sure at least one programming language is thorough and you know like in and out of it. If you are given any question to solve, um, you can immediately solve that with your own logic. So build projects that will be helpful. Try to solve questions from HackerRank, Lead Code. These will also be helpful for you when you come here and when you start out looking for jobs. Because trust me when I say this, it is very difficult to crack the technical round here. There will be live coding sessions where they will share a whiteboard with you and you will be asked to write a code and kind of give your solution, and then they will also ask you to like, okay, optimize the solution, how can you improve the efficiency of this. So such questions are going to come and you really need to be prepared for it. So when do you prepare that? Like start preparing from your undergrad itself, like during your bachelor's. Start focusing on the crux of computer science and start focusing on developing your knowledge then I would say publish research papers. I did touch base on this, but I will just share my journey of how these papers and how the work that I have done is helping me out. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but you come here on F1 visa, that is the student visa. So when you come here, that visa is valid for 5 years. So when you 2 years you are a student, but 3 years when you get into a company, that company applies for your H1B visa, which is the work visa. Now this work visa, this is a lottery based system. So a lottery will run and it does not at all depend on at what in what company you are and what position you are. It does not depend on that. It is a lottery, it is a pure lottery, and whichever applications will come out, you will probably get selected and you will get that visa, working visa, for the next 3 years. And then that is renewable like after every 3 years. Now unfortunately my H1B did not go through. And what are the options then? Okay, now you want to stay in this country, my F1 visa has expired, now what do I do? So there are multiple options then, like you can either take admission again to a different college, or there is another option which I explored and which I find like many few people know, is applying to an O1 visa, which is the extraordinary visa. And that visa will help you so that for that visa there are 8 criterias, out of which you should fit into 3. That is the minimum requirement, but when you apply you should at least have 5. So these 8 criterias include having research work done on your name, getting an award, some recognized award, then research like if there are any research papers which are going to be published in IEEE or any other journals, like is judging the work of students. So all these like, and there are various other criteria, like you should have high salary among all the other peers, and various other criterias. So if you fit into these criterias, then only you can apply to that visa. Fortunately, I didn't have to. Still, it took me like good 6 months of time to apply for that visa. I still have not applied. Actually, I am in the process. Like towards the end, I might apply in a week. But if I would not have had done the prior work during my undergrad, I would not be eligible to apply for this visa. So always keep your options open. You never know what things will be helpful for you later in your life. So I would say do publish research papers. I will give like more emphasis on this because this is something which many less like very less American also do. And being an Indian, if you do this work and if you have published and if you have good citations as well, you will stand out from the crowd. The next is having a very strong resume and cover letter. Your resume is the piece of paper from which you will get the job. So make sure you have that. You have that in a proper format. There is a format for that as well, and I will give a little bit of tips on your resume later as well in this session. Have a very good LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile should be so catchy and so to the point that anybody who is visiting your LinkedIn profile would want you to offer the job on your like so you want to basically sell yourself on via that profile, so that to the company, so that you can get a job. And then these 2 points I've already covered on, like prepare the statement of purpose and LORs, so I'll not touch base on them. I'll move forward with the resume tips. So, 4 points which I think should be in your resume. First of all, if you do not have experience for more than 2 years, your resume should be one pager. In one page, you should have your projects, your accomplishments, your education, and your technical skills. If you are a computer science student or if you are any mechanical civil, make sure you emphasize on your software skills as well, because nowadays software like maybe CAD and all the other softwares required for mechanical designing softwares are needed everywhere. So make sure you do that, but it should be in one page. Have them in bullet points. Do not write paragraphs. Paragraphs are very difficult to read. Also, I would say highlight the achievements, because if you highlight it, if I'm taking a look at your resume, I might not even read what project you have done, but I will read that, okay, this was a web app, this was an Android app, you have used this programming language, okay, done. So you have those skills and you are eligible for that job. So highlight your accomplishments there. That will be very helpful for a reader to read it. Next is include the URLs, your LinkedIn URL and your GitHub URL. Make sure all your projects that you do you put them on GitHub, so that you like anybody, as for example, if I am a technical recruiter and I just want to go and look at what work you have done, I will have a place to look for. So if people are competing for the same position, and if one of them does not have any projects and like nothing, just everything written on the resume but nothing to prove on GitHub, there are high chances that he might not get the job and you might get, just because you have put your work on GitHub. So make sure whatever work you're doing, you have some kind of proof available, or maybe create your own portfolio website and you have those work there. So anything that you can do, but mostly for computer science students, I encourage doing a GitHub, because GitHub is the place where you can have all your projects, and plus you learn the Git commands as well. So how to put, how to commit, how to stash, and all the commands that you learn when you upload your project on GitHub, that is also a learning phase, which will be required later in your job. Next is the internship tips. So these are not only for master students when they come here, but also for students who are in India and who are looking for internships. Use LinkedIn heavily. Nowadays, even Indian companies are reaching out to students for internships. There are many. If you're looking for summer 2024 internships, like the internship starting from May or June, there are many companies right now as well. You can look like for you can look at the like you can always search for companies near you. Many top companies have opened their internship applications, so please make sure, even if you're in third year or second year, give it a shot. At least try to apply and interview with them, because that knowledge will be very helpful. You will understand where you stand. It's fine even if you don't get the job, but at least you will understand where I'm standing at and how much I need to prepare to get a job in the industry. Start doing that. Via LinkedIn also, you will find, if you look for intern positions, software engineering intern or web developer intern, data analytics intern, you will find a lot of app positions open on LinkedIn. Send cold emails. What are cold emails? So these emails are something like where you which you can send to the recruiter after you give interview or even before you interview with him. So you both the times you can send cold emails. So these emails will be like, hey, I'm interested in position, and there's a particular format for writing those emails as well. And I help you like draft all these things when I do the mentorship with students. So you can definitely reach out to me if you need help for all these things. Then I would say contact the company employees. Go and see on LinkedIn who all are employed for that particular company. Try reaching out to them. Try on LinkedIn, or if you get their email, just try emailing them. Like, hey, do you have any openings here? I'm really interested. This is what my profile looks like. I want to apply. I'm looking forward to it. Then you can contact the local companies. So this is what I did when I was doing my bachelor's. So I took a list of all the IT companies near me. I used to say I live in Chinchwad, so I put a range like within like 15 kilometers. Tell me all the IT companies. I found like many small startups in Wakad, Hinjewadi. So I tried to call them and talk to them. Hey, do you have any internship that I can do? There were many rejects that I got. Like people used to like directly hang up on you. They used to say like, hey, we why are you calling us, like we don't do any of such things. But there are few people who are really helpful, and they would say that, hey, we do have, please apply online. Or they will say like, hey, can you come and do you want to come to the company and schedule an interview with us? So doing this, I got an internship in BrainMind Web Solutions, which is in Wakad, and they helped me develop my web development skills during that time. So if I would have not taken this effort, I would have stayed home and not done anything. So contact local companies. Try to get internships via contacts. So you might have like your sisters or brothers contacts via whom you can get into some companies and start an internship. Attend conferences, job fairs to build a connection. This is helpful in the US as well as in India. There are many conferences which happen in various universities. Try to do that. Try to talk to people there. Try to understand what kind of role they do, how their daily job looks like. So you know that, okay, if I want to become this, I need to put in these much of efforts. So try to gain that knowledge when you are in your undergrad itself. And lastly, improve on your communication skills, because those are the ones which will get you your internship or your job. Why I say this is because your first 5 minutes when you start an interview are the most sellable 5 minutes. If in that 5 minutes the person who is listening to you feels that, oh, you're very boring, and you don't want to, like, he doesn't want to hire you, irrespective of you getting cleared and you solve all the questions, he will reject you because he found you very boring. But in those 5 minutes, if you are able to put a very impressive first impression on him, you get the job. Even if you fail on the technical skills, it's fine, you will still get the job. So it happens to a lot of students and lot of employees as well who are looking for other jobs. So please improve and focus your communication skills. Try to talk to your friends in English. Try to explain them. Try to talk to yourself. If you feel that you're not confident while talking in English, try to look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Or have or maybe probably just give a presentation in college. It's fine, like that would still improve. Even if you go wrong, or even if you don't do good, it's fine. The first time, or you will fail 10 times, but the 11th time you will stand confidently in front of people. I know it is easy to say, I know there are many people to judge, but still give it a shot, because you have to do it for yourself and not for anybody else. So try to improve on your skills. Unless you put the effort to achieve what you want, nobody else is going to help you with it. People will just motivate you or guide you, but ultimately you have to find your own path and walk on that path, right? So please try to put in as many skills as you can during your bachelor's. Later when you come for your master's, you have to do 10 things. You have to cook for yourself, do your own laundry, um, go to the college, attend the college, get your grocery, pay your bills. So you have 10 other things to do, not just study. So that time it will be very difficult for you to concentrate on, building projects. So if you have done it already, your masters would also be very easy. So please try to do that. Moving on to next, the finance. So when it comes to masters, right, the most important uh, factor of doing a master's degree is finance. Okay, I have to spend like 30 lakhs on my master's. That's a lot, right? Even right now, for everybody, like spending even 20 lakhs on education is a lot of amount that parents don't agree to, or maybe you yourself feel that I have already done a bachelor's degree, I will get a good average 7 lakhs per annum job. So why do I want to spend like 20 lakhs for doing a degree? But again, it comes with, like, if you balance it in the right way, right, if you plan it properly, I don't think so 20 lakhs you would need the entire 20 lakhs to do your education. So I'll just tell you that how the universities are segregated in the country, in the US. So there are Ivy League schools. I know many of you must have heard about Harvard, Columbia, Cornell, Dukes, and all these. So they are like, these are the Ivy League schools, which have very like which will cost you in the range of between like 60 lakhs to 1 crore for your masters. So obviously these schools are like the top notch schools, and if you can afford that, and if you get into that, if you have very good application, okay, that's fine, and you would still get like some scholarships, but still it would be costing you around 40 to 60 lakhs. So it is your option if you get into that, even the job. So like, I'll just clear one kind of a thought here. When I'm talking, I just remembered, in India it is the companies come on the popularity of the colleges, right? So for example, PCCOE will get, like, many good companies will approach PCCOE because of the level of education there. In US that happens, but it is very limited. If you have the skills, if you reach out to the company, if you have everything on your profile that is very good, uh, irrespective of whichever university you pass out from, you would still get a job. Okay, so that factor of jobs in US does not depend on your university that you select. Yes, if you graduate from Ivy League schools, they have that status symbol, right? We have IITs there, right? Even if that person does not have any knowledge, just because he got into IIT, any company will hire him. Similarly, here these are the Ivy League schools. If you have like Harvard, or Harvard's name on your resume, some people might not even take your interview, they will just give you the job. So these are the schools like that. But again, right, spending so much, according to me, is not worth it, right? You would still land up in the same company where you will get the same salary of probably 1 cr per annum, as of when you apply from public universities or private universities. So I'll just touch what are public universities. Public universities are the state universities. Like my university was a public university, like California State University. So these are basically kind of, you can say, government universities, but they are known as public universities. Then there are private universities. So private universities are all the UCs, like University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Irvine, Riverside, San Diego, all these universities, or NEO, probably Northeastern University, Boston. So or Utah, like University of Texas, Austin. So all these universities come under private, and mostly how do you differentiate between public and private is that if you have state in any university, that is the public university, which will have fees ranging from 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs, and then private university between 30 lakhs to 50 lakhs, and then Ivy League schools will be 50 lakhs to 1 crore. So this is the finance, and you need to decide like which what is the most affordable for you and plan applying to such universities accordingly. Moving on to how can you manage your finances. So the first is the education loan which you can take. So there are two types of education loan. One is the collateral and the other is a non-collateral. Collateral is something that like you put something just to get the loan. So for example, like loan your house to put your house to just to get the loan. So on non-collateral is depending, you will get it on your own credit. So you will be the one who will be paying it. The interest rates will be high for that, but still that is an option. The other are scholarships. So there are many scholarships which are even offered by Indian universities. Like I know there's Tata who offers it. There are many various other scholarship programs as well. In India, the government also helps you to go for masters and etc. So you need to like look for those. The second are the university scholarships. In university as well, when you come, there are various other scholarships which you can apply for. And if you have really good essays, and if you are really, they feel that, oh, he or she should be the one getting the scholarship, they will give you. The next is by doing an on-campus job, which I did. So you can earn, like I said, like you can earn a certain amount which will suffice you for your entire master's period. So do an on-campus job, and this is how you can manage your finances when you decide to pursue your master's. The next is on campus. So how will you get the on campus job? Like where do I find it? When should I start working on it? So what you can do is, after you receive the I-20, that is your admit, you can start looking for professors on the university website. Try to email them and look for RAs and TAs. Try to apply. So every university will have their own career website. Go on their career website and try to look for jobs there, and you can apply to those jobs. Like there will be jobs like student assistant. So student assistant is basically, there will be like some kind of, suppose, international students association desk. So you have to just sit on the desk and do the work that they will tell you. That is also a job here. Or you can work in the dining of the college. So there are some, like our college has a mess, right? So these colleges also have a dining. So you can work on those dining, and you get like paid for that. So you get hourly paid, but that is enough for you to pay your rent and to manage your own expenses. The next I would say is, as soon as you go to the country, start meeting the professors. Go to their office hours timing. Start meeting them. Interact with them. Try to tell them that you are looking for a job. So they will help you. And also like contacting your seniors. Try to look where your seniors are, where they are working, and if they could refer you for the on-campus job. So these are various things that you can do just to get the on-campus jobs. Um, and you know how you can do that, what steps you need to do, what email you need to do, how your resume should look like, everything I help on these like basic steps when you like conduct like the mentoring session with me. I go through like all these steps. So feel free to reach out to me. I'll share my contact also later if you want help with any of these things. Yeah, so the next, yeah, I think I ended it. Wow, it was such a nice flow. I did not recognize that will be the last slide. So I'll be happy to be your mentor. You can note down my email address and my LinkedIn also. I'm quite responsive on my email and also on my LinkedIn. So if you want to schedule even like a call with me just initially of how I can help you, what all services do I provide, I'll be happy to help and I'll be happy to be your mentor in your course of journey. So thank you so much everybody for listening to my story and listening to me for good 45 minutes. So thank you so much, and we will be open for questions now. So, uh, over to you, Atharva or Trupti or Kapil sir. Do we have any questions here? Yeah. So it depends. I would like to ask, what field are you looking for? Are you a mechanical background or computer science background? If you are a mechanical background student, go for Germany. If you want to do computer science, you can right now you can look for Canada, US, and also Ireland. Right now, Ireland computer science is also booming. So Dublin University is really good, and that's also a 1 year course only. Plus, there are no much visa restrictions there. So that is also one of the good universities in Dublin, in Ireland, where you can take a look at. So yeah, if you're doing CS, go for Canada, US, or Ireland. And if you're from a mechanical field, you can always do Germany. But also in Germany, you have to you need to know German. So if that's not the case, you can always come to United States as well. You find lots of job in this country in any field that you want to do. Yeah. Hope I answered the question. Do we have any more questions?
Can you elaborate more about the SOP that is required?
Yeah, so that is the statement of purpose. Many so I help you drafting the SOPs and LORs as well if you want any help in the future. But that will be mostly about how you decided to get into computers, what projects you did, what kind of work that you have done. Then you can write about why you want to do MS, what is your long term goal, or what is your short term goal, how the masters will be beneficial for you, um, and what, like, apart from studies, what extra you do, like maybe any other activities like sports or maybe singing, dancing, whatever you do, like any other hobbies that you have, you can mention that. So the SOP would be of probably 800 to 1000 words, where you can where you can where you have to explain your whole entire journey about what you are and why you want to do this. So
Yes.
you draft that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And the was asking about the Germany and USA. He's saying that he's from computer background, but won't Germany be feasible as it offers like free education?
Yeah, it offers free education, but everything comes with a pro and con, right? uh, Germany will offer you free education, but there the language is a big barrier. You need to know German for going for studying in Germany. That is you must have that, and not like just the knowledge of doing some certifications, but actual speaking knowledge. So that's why most of the computer science would not people would not go to Germany. See, after all, it's your choice of how you where you want to go. If that's free education, and if you're okay to learn German and go there and you can talk in that, that is your choice. That is also a good country. So, but US will give you that options open, right? That we have Silicon Valley here, we have many good companies here. So, and also you have the flexibility of there's no language barrier. It is easy here. You will get scholarships. You will get jobs here. So, obviously, that's a trade off for what you really want to do and what you really want to pursue.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And we have one more question. That how did you prepare for your GRE? Did you take any external academy help?
Yeah, honestly, I joined the Lipos, but I am more like a self study kind of person. So I did it by myself. The class was just that time, like not many people used to opt out for doing a master's, right? So I was very new to all these things. I did not have like proper guidance, but now there are many classes who do it, and also there are many online lectures also available with which you can prepare for GRE without any help from external classes. Yeah, but I did take some classes, but honestly, those were not very helpful for me.
Thank you, ma'am. One more question we have, that which field can be good for average computer engineer bachelor? Like which domains to go for masters?
Yeah, I have a LinkedIn page where I posted this recently. So this question is frequent for all the students. Like some computer science graduates might feel like I'm not good in coding. I don't want to do coding. I'm not there. It will be difficult for me. So if that is the case, then you can look for fields like data analytics, where you would need coding, but not what is expected for a software engineer. So you can look for data analytics, you can look for a TPM, like a technical program manager, or a product manager, which will still have like a technical details for the software. Okay, so these are the these roles you can look for. You can look for system analyst. So if you feel like, okay, I don't want to do C++, Java, but I have SQL knowledge, like SQL knowledge, you can opt for system analyst, DevOps engineer, systems engineer. So it depends, right, what your skills are. If you feel that you're average, you want to start, you don't want to be a developer, you can also be a quality assurance engineer, which I am doing right now. You have to do coding there. You will have to like run scripts, do automation, which will require coding knowledge. But still, that would be like it would be less than what an SD does. So you can look out for that data analytics or QA or TPM or PM roles, or business analyst or business intelligence roles as well. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Any more questions? Do we have any more questions?
All right. Yeah. Feel free to reach out to me, email me anytime if you have any other questions. And yeah, I'll be happy to help you. So do not hesitate to reach out to me. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Atharva and Trupti and Sir, for arranging this session. I hope it was helpful. I hope you got like a kickstart of what it is and how things needs to be there. For anything, just please feel free to reach out to me. And thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our distinguished speaker, Ms.Yugali Bafna. Your expertise, insights, and passion for education have enlightened us all. Your willingness to share your knowledge and experience have undoubtedly left an incredible mark on our minds, and for that, we are truly grateful to you. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to our HOD ma'am, Mrs. K. Rajeshwari, and our esteemed director, Dr. Kulkarni sir. Your visionary leadership, unwavering support, and commitment to fostering a culture of learning have been the driving force behind events like this. A special thanks to our management for arranging the events to provide quality education and creating an environment to learning is evident in every aspect of our institution. In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone present here today. Your presence, support, and enthusiasm have made this session meaningful and memorable. Together, we are shaping the future of our education, empowering young minds, and building a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.